Hey guys, and welcome back to Paper Mario. We got some badges on. We got our stats are a little bit higher now. We have a few items in our pocket. This menu is no longer useless. A little party member slot as well as a star spirit slot and the map. Oh, playing this game again feels so good. In fact, I think my last experience with this game was me listening to that LP again. You know, the one I put on my iPod of old Koovie and Warbot 40. I'm their biggest fan, alright? Just kidding. Koovie, Warbot, have I creeped you out yet? Alright, I'm gonna stop name checking them every video. In fact, I've done it twice, maybe. Anyway. So, Koopa, new enemy that Pleasant Path has introduced. This is the path we are on. They have 4 HP. They can be flipped onto their back, though, so it's kind of easy to keep them from attacking you. Although, they have an attack power of 2, so if they do attack you, you can't block all damage anyway. Wait, no! I was wrong. They have an attack power of 1. There will be enemies eventually who have a higher attack power, though. My bad. My mistake for misleading you. I'm a terrible LP'er. LP over! I can't do this anymore. The stress is too much. Anyway, the Koopas, they have a defensive 1, too. So, when you hit them with an attack of 1, it does no damage. So if I were to do the hammer and fail at the action command and I do a 1 attack of hammer, it would neither flip them over nor damage them. I could still damage them if I did the action command successfully with the hammer. It would just be only hit them for 1, unless they were already on their back. Their defense falls down once they're on their back. That's their whole thing. Hey, look, a spiked Goomba. Also, you can't usually do the action. Hold on, let me clarify a little bit more before I start saying things that are wrong. When you first strike an enemy, you can't use the action command usually. In fact, I think always you cannot do it to make the attack better. It's just like generic attack. When enemies first strike you, however, you can still block with the action command. I'm looking for invisible blocks right now, but they're not here. Those red blocks are always badges. Yeah, we got a little Dizzy Tech badge. I like that better than Hammer Throw, so we're gonna put that on. For a while, I forget how to use it. It's when I'm spinning, like normally how I do it to go fast. I spin into the enemy, and they start out being dizzy. For some reason, I thought it was like a special attack. And those 2 items I bought back at that store ended up being on the path anyway. I should have just waited to get them. I forgot that I would get them anyway. I'm just gonna sell them again, I guess. Or if I need to use them, I will. Power block to knock them on their back. Special power block property there. It may have less attack damage to each enemy than the fire flower, but when you're flipping people on their back and they can't attack you, that's worth the extra hit point, I think. We're breezing through these Goombas on the not so pleasant path, although actually it is pretty pleasant. The enemies are so docile that it still is able to be pleasant. Oh. Sucker. Walked right into it. Oh, and let me have Goombario go first so that I can then hammer the guy in the back. Because you can only hammer the person in the front. Basic strategy. Aren't I so good? I could have used Hammer Throw if I kept it on, but that would be a waste of FP when I could just switch a turn and be more efficient. That's the way. That's the dream. American dream is apparently efficiency. Don't listen to me, I talk nonsense. Oh, Goombario's not going to be able to do much here. But let's try Sleepy Sheep, just to show it off, even though I hate the item. Just so that I don't get attacked by these guys, because they do have an attack power of 2, and even if I block with the action command, at least 1 damage will be done to me either way. And now I'm showing off what happens when Goombario gets hurt. See? For 1 turn, he cannot move because he took 1 damage. It's funny, when the Spike Goombas hit you with their spike, it's 2 damage. When you accidentally jump on top of them, it's only 1 damage. And the Sleepy Sheep took him out for 2 turns, so he is still sleeping, and he will never wake up. How morbid. My little insignia is kind of covering the bottom right hand of the screen, but usually it's not a problem. I think it'll be fine. I just noticed because it was covering up one of those star points showing out in the right hand corner during battle, but you find out how many I get at the end of battle anyway. It's not that big a deal. And look at this. Sleepy Sheep was there too. Of course it was. It's okay. Soon I will get the refund badge, where blah blah blah. When I use items, I get a number of coins back for using them only in battle. Only in battle. So I'll try to use them in battle or sell them later. And I don't know if I was gonna show off what happened when you hammer a Koopa or not, but you noticed that before he got flipped on his back, since the jump attack is technically two different attacks that are both one attack point. The first time I hit him, it did nothing because he was still up. But then it flipped him on his back, so that when the next one hit, his defense was down, and it hurt him. I'm sure you're picking this up. I just want to beat the dead horse so that everyone understands. And block. Oh, wow. I guess I was a little bit early on that. At least I think I hit it early. And he's going down. It's okay. This path isn't that dangerous. The only thing that I can't block all damage from are spiked Goombas. Because Koopas, you can block damage from if you... Oh yeah, I'm reading the badge again, because for a second I was confused as to why there was no Dizzy Attack, Special Attack. And then I later remembered and used it the way it's intended to, where you hold Z and you spin forward, and you hit an enemy with that. If you notice now when I spin, there are little blue spirals that come off of me. And that's the indication that the badge is on, and that if I hit an enemy, I will make them dizzy. And that guy is really fun. He follows you around. If you run circles around him, he gives you hearts infinitely. It never ends. You can do it as long as you want, as your little heart desires. And we were going under the bridge here to go down to this town. And if you hit it in that exact order, it has to be left, right, center. No other order works. That badge will appear. It just changes the sound effects when you attack. I forget if I took it off. I did take it off. I usually keep it on for a battle or two and then I take it back off because I can't stand. They're in big trouble, eh? Madness. Uproar. Furries of Fuzzies. They're naughty. And they steal your shells. Hey, at least it could be worse. You're wearing an undershirt. You owe me one. How about a star piece then? No, you don't have one? You're a terrible NPC. Alright, let's get rid of these guys. Oh, this is when I'm going to have to start editing, because there are points where I chase a fuzzy around for longer than need be to get him, and this is the most worthless item in the game. It's, well, not the most. There's one that's worse. The dried shroom gives back 1 HP, and there's another item that is just an attack item for 1 attack, and if you ask me, that's even more worthless. Because at least, you know, with the dried shroom, you could just take a turn and replenish 1 HP, and it might help somehow. And you might have noticed I tried the strategy of getting those other fuzzies of standing in one spot and waiting for them to come around, because they always jump in the same exact spot. But for some reason I wasn't hitting the hammer at the right time, so I just followed around and jumped on them, and it worked. So I guess I would try that if I were you. You don't have to do all this, by the way. This is optional. Although if I were you, I would give their shells back, just because the shells are so easy to get. And there's one where a star piece is left in the spot that the shell used to be. In this room, I think. I called it a room. In this area. Throw away the dried shroom for the Kooper leaf. With the one with the blue block that's on the right over here that you'll see soon. That guy you have to sneak up on slowly, or you'll never catch him. He just keeps jumping over you around the circle. It's really hard. Anyway, I'm not sure if they're all automatically getting their shells back after if you skip this part and don't do it. But I just like to do it because it's so easy. And you get coins. Look at this. Look at that. Wonderful. From the fuzzies, that is. But that circle, that dirt circle is really hard. Not a lot of people know how to get it. Koovie, I know you had some trouble. Oh, poor Koopa. Doesn't know what to do. Can't solve the simple puzzle. Tisk tisk. Dude, there's literally a shiny blue box right there. You can't put your creative brain to work? Oh yeah, so clever. Took a lot of clever to solve that one. Took a lot of clever. I don't know, it's fun. It's fun to solve those little puzzles, even though they're so easy. Oh, another one! Great, now I have to chase this loser around. And there he goes! See, I was waiting for him. I knew he'd go into that spot. I know it's possible to land the hammer on him right when he jumps there, but for some reason I wasn't doing it right. You know, I always thought the Kooper's house was blue, like his shell. Am I hallucinating? Oh, fate. Yeah, sure. Okay. That red handkerchief seems very important to you. No, never. I helped everyone else in the town, but I'm not gonna help you. Thank you, Goombario. I didn't notice that he seemed desperate. What would I do without your common sense and observation, Goombario? I have no idea. See, this is why you're getting replaced soon, Goombario. Oh! What? Did I say it too early? And this Hamki got. And that ceiling fan was a little wonky. But either way. Let's go get this guy! Oh! Our first fuzzy fight. Let's take care of these guys first. With a fright jar. Just to show it off. It's a Bowser hallucination, or holograph, whatever. That scares away your enemies. Illusion is what I should have said. That's the word I was looking for. And let's use Tattle on the next one. Just to get the information on these guys. Oh, that's smart of me. I was gonna take this first guy out so that there was only one attack coming at me on the next turn to reduce the potential damage I would receive. Then Tattle on this guy, wasting a turn, only giving this one guy a chance to attack me. You know, he says it's tough to time their attacks, but these guys, I've been blocking them for so long now that it's child's play. I can see how it can be confusing the first time you try to do it, but basically you have to block now. You have to hit the button at that point, not sooner. Not when they land on you, I know it's weird. But there are other variations of this enemy that are a lot harder to block. Just so you guys know. And we got ourselves... I'm taking off the attack effects badge because I got bored of it. And that badge we'll be able to get very soon, but not now. Oh, see, I can't jump all the way over there. What will I ever do? Pleasant Path reminds me a lot of Goomba Road. They are kind of similar, but hey, they are a little bit different, and it was the prologue, so it's not that big a deal. Oh, too fast for my eyes. How will I ever keep up? Oh, there he... Are fuzzies like spiders or something? Because that shell looks like it's on a web. Guess. I don't have to guess. I know. It's not that hard to follow you. You're not going at 90 miles an hour. You will be in a second, but I'm just saying. Snatch it! Don't wait for him, Mario. Just snatch it now. You have to play his game. Now you have to, idiot. Admittedly, this can be a little bit hard, but as long as you keep up with current and past state and you know which two trees he's moving between, you should be able to figure it out. You know, even if I guess the wrong shell, can't I just hit all of them and eventually he'll fall out? I'm too tough for him. I'll be good, maybe. That usually means I won't. And these bushes you can't search for some reason. And Kooper just decided that he wanted to take initiative. After I'd already solved this problem for him. How convenient. Don't give it to him. B. That'll just keep repeating if you don't give it to him. It's plain cruel. A Koopa without a shell is really a really unhappy Koopa. What's a Goombario without his teeth? Because he never used them anyway. Probably knocked a few out that time when I was training on him. I can always train again, Goombario. Make sure I get those two that are poking out. Professor Colorado. How do you know that? He's on the opposite side of the map from you. Oh yeah, you're turtles. You do come from eggs. That's right. I don't know why that was important to the story, but I guess it's a little neat thing. Nah, I don't need a wimp Koopa. Oh yeah, it's gonna force you to take. Ever since I did that thing with Goombario where I gave her the doll right away, I've been thinking of just showing what happens when you try to refuse things you're not supposed to refuse. And how the NPCs complain, and the party members, of course, complain. It's a nice little painting. I love how they made little paintings for the party members. How touching. So, oh, what's this now? Changed your mind? A fight? Why, certainly. They have 3 HP each. Kooper has this power that's very convenient for this fight, where he goes right through all of them. Now that they all have 1 left, let's see. I'm not going to use an attack item on them. I'll just now take them out 1 by 1. Unfortunately, I don't have enough FP to use Kooper's attack again to take them all out, but hey, I'm not letting them heal anyway. And even if I did, it wouldn't be a problem. By the way, if this attack goes off, they hurt you 1, and they take 1 health back. So they would all be at 2 right now if I hadn't blocked them. Funny, you don't even get to see that special little thing because I blocked it so well. Too bad for you. Trust me, you will see it in the future. There are other variations. And I've completely shut out all the fuzzies in Chapter 1. As of right now, no fuzzy in Chapter 1 got anything off on me. Aren't I just wonderful? Mio, no. White? Is that supposed to be like meow? New York? M-E-O? Don't mind me. Weird sound for them to have. HP plus badge. That little hill that stares at us. I have yet to use the Dizzy attack. I'll use it soon though, don't worry. The ceiling fan still looks off to me. And hey, well, you know that star piece I mentioned. And oh my gosh, it's Chuck Quizmo, the first one of 64 we'll be having. Quizzes are his game. You want quizzes? I got them. Brain busters. They're not really brain busters. They're more like memorization. But anyway, like he just said, every time you answer a question right, you get a star piece. Oh gee, it's so hard. Goombaria, duh. I even mentioned her previously in this commentary. If you get one wrong, you can always try again next time you see him for the same question. And like I said, there are 64, which is more than it seems. Like, there's going to be a time at the end of this LP where I'm just going to be, like, spamming Quizmos, searching for him. And hey, another star piece right there. The fuzzies are gone. I didn't hate them, even though they were naughty. Aw, he had a soft spot for them. How cute. It's too quiet here. Well, you live by a road called Pleasant Path. You're obviously going to be the calm town. Why is it boring? You have houses made of shells. That's pretty exciting. This Colorado's wife is all... Doesn't she have a name? Everyone just calls her Colorado's wife. She doesn't have her own name. Everyone just knows her as Colorado's wife. It's so depressing. I think that's some social commentary going on in this game right there. I think that's intentional. I swear. I always remember Kooper having a blue house. Because that was the gimmick that I remember when I was a kid. But apparently I'm wrong, because there is a blue house in this village, but it's not this one. Not Kooper's. Oh, and this is the guy who always asks you for favors. So, let's do one of them. Just one for now. There will be a point in this game where I will be doing all of them. And there are quite a few of them. And trust me, even though you won't be able to tell from this instance, they are worth it and you do eventually get important things. But this first one, you're gonna laugh. Kooper? He's stuck in the Twilight Zone! He's stuck in the black of another dimension. He can't get through! Poor Kooper. Yeah. She gotta go get that book the Koopa Coot wanted to borrow. It's in that back room I showed off a second ago. Kooper, are you okay out there, buddy? He seems pretty nervous about his position right now. Koopa Legends. Firmer shell in 30. Oh god, I don't want to know. Oh, there he goes. He teleported. He's fine. There he is. I just keep looking at the house because I swear it was blue. I swear it was. Also, hey, look, it's in my important items. Look at that. I don't know why I showed that off. That was kind of pointless. Here you are, old man. Great Galloping Goombas! He has a different variation of that every time. One coin. You idiot. Get out of here. I'm not. No. Never again. Never. I will do it again. I can get more from that by just hitting a tree. 1 coin. Oh, by the way, you didn't notice, but these bombs were in the blue house to our right. The guy who has the radio. I just never showed you them when we were walking around the town in the first place. These bombs stay in the house, they go out of the house, they do whatever they want. Nice colored bombs. If they have a different coloring equals not an enemy, I guess. Because, you know, the Goombas out in the path are plain, the Goombas in the village are nice. These Koopas are kind of the normal color too, but it's the red Koopas outside that are the enemies. This guy's This guy's telling me to go do some more favors for Koopa Koop. I don't want to right now, though. This house will also be important later for like 3 little tiny things that aren't mandatory in any sense. But usually this guy's commenting on the different stations, but right now he's talking about the fuzzy thing. That information station, though, later in the game when you turn it on, basically it tells you about a little event that's going, a timed event, and you have to complete it to get an item. I'll show it off later, but that guy always complains when you turn it to the information station. He says he wants his tunes back. Oh, these Koopa Leafs are basically the same exact thing as a Goom Nut. They, you know, have the same effect. The only difference is when you use them in cooking. What's that about cooking? Oh, you'll see eventually. I haven't shown off a Dizzy Dial, so I'm gonna buy that now. And I haven't showed off a Volt Shroom. I'm gonna try to show that off, but the point I show the Volt Shroom off in the game, I've recorded this already, so I know. I kind of didn't use it as effectively as I meant to. I don't know. I'm checking the Koopa Leaf just to use it for the recipe and the VLP later. I don't think that was the most important thing to store, but I did it. And then we're gonna have a little nap at this Toad house, and then that's gonna be it for the part. I hope you enjoyed our little first foray into Chapter 1. We've made it to Koopa Village. We've got our second party member. And after this, we're gonna be heading back on the road towards Koopa Brothers Fortress. So, stay tuned.